Alright, welcome everyone to I am your host, Hovin with an H, Dr. Hovin, and today we have a very special new show that I'd be starting up. This is a therapy session, as you would, for a good friend of mine who is joining us today, Kastor. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm prepared to not be doing good the moment that play button is hit.
Alright, so basically what we're doing are a series of audio commentaries on a very controversial and much reviled by Kastor series called Guilty Crown.
Ah!
A 2011 anime directed by Tetsuro Araki, written by, I believe, one of the writers of Code Geass, sadly. And yeah, it's we both had our own kind of experiences with it. I initially enjoyed it as kind of a guilty pleasure, I guess.
And then I ruined it for you.
And then he ruined it for me with as we went through the first 5 episodes. So we're just going to go through this episode by episode. We'll let you know when we're hitting play and just give our reactions to what is going on. So I hope you all find some sort of enjoyment out of this, as I hope we do.
Out of my suffering. Yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Shall I begin?
Yeah.
Alright, hitting play in 3, 2, 1... Alright, we get establishing shots of the city.
Does that light do that in Tokyo?
I don't remember.
Because it looks very looks very Orwellian sort of.
Yeah, it looks like a sentry just sort of.
Yeah.
And the first of the many obligatory music videos.
I cannot tell you how much I hate these music videos.
I quite like them.
Well,
I think they're very atmospheric and pleasing to the ear.
You say as the naked girl in feathers turns up on the screen.
The fan service could be toned down a tad, 'tis true. Oh lord, maybe more than a tad.
Yeah, like, I can't complain, and boobs, but I can't complain much about Guilty Crown's fan service, because as much as I love Code Geass, that was a major problem with that series as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that school, the only reason that school has a massive bath complex is for scenes where all the girls are naked and just talk about boobs.
Oh lord, the Callan shower scenes, those were a very formative experience for 14-year-old Hovin.
Like, some of them were good. Like, the first one where she's about to stab Lelouch through the curtain. Okay, no,
yeah.
we're talking about good shit. Let's talk about the terrible stuff happening on screen.
He's trying to take your mind off it. I really like this. I'm sorry. It's a really cool way to open up the show.
It's not bad. I remember actually being intrigued the first time I watched it. Though I did not know why we were cutting to this guy and watching this music video, though.
Weirdly enough, and this appears in the opening as well, and she's making out with a skull. Neat. I guess it's not unrealistic if you look at the kind of stuff that gets put in music videos. Whoops.
Yeah, some weird shit happens.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't quite get is I don't like these robots.
Oh, the mech designs are awful.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the thing, the character designs I think are genuinely gorgeous.
They're not bad.
It's the guy's called Red Juice, and he does these beautiful, really crisp-looking, detailed, sort of slender designs. He just happens to always get involved in really terrible projects.
Oh no.
Like, he's also in a movie I watched the other day called Empire of Corpses. Not the other day, that was like a month ago, but me and my mate watched it. Absolute mess of a plot, but beautiful designs as well.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my
only
hope.
This artist just really needs to find themselves better work.
Yeah. Like, the robots look like they're made out of Lego.
Oh, it's Best Girl.
She is not bad when she's not being focused on, I will agree. Wheelchair Girl is not bad. No, she's not bad unless she's talking with main character guy, if I remember correctly.
Sure.
I'm also counting how many times this girl should have died so far.
Well, that's just suspension of disbelief, really.
I know. Which is why I'm not taking the piss
Her very
that
deliberately midriff and cleavage revealing dress thing.
She looks like a koi fish, and I'm not entirely sure
A
if
koi
that's
fish?
intentional.
That's actually... I could see that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of koi carp things in Japan. I saw quite a few when visiting.
It's a big thing over there. I was just realizing as she fell that looks like a tail.
Yeah, I mean, that could be an intentional design thing.
Yeah.
Oh God, her. I remembered something about her later on down the line. Let's wait till we get to it.
I have no opinion of her, which probably means I haven't seen it, so I don't hate it yet.
Oh, yeah, you haven't seen this bit. Right now she's just generic best friend character thing.
I'd forgotten she existed.
Notable features include brown hair and the fact that her boobs are a little on the larger side for the female cast. That's her two big, denominators.
Yeah.
Sorry. I hate friends.
Yeah, he's just... I remember this. He switches between being really antisocial, complaining he has no friends, and then everyone loving him. Those are his three different personalities at school, and it's really weird.
The highlight in his hair is at least a nice little design thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
I'm special, guys. Look at me.
Do you ever feel like you're the outsider to the group? Like you just don't fit in? Yeah, no, he's immediately suddenly he's super personable now.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember which bit of this is bullshit.
There was an apocalypse virus.
And this is the bit that I didn't mind, how the invasion of Japan was economic in nature. That was interesting.
Yeah.
If you want a social commentary, it's very reminiscent of Japan after the Second World War.
Mm.
But I remember this bullshit.
Oh, is this when he goes into the house and finds her?
Yes,
it is.
Yes. And I found she's topless as well for some reason. Or was that just a low strap?
That feel when you go to your hideout and find some top tier hottie just chilling.
She's obviously chosen that spot for the ray of light to fall on her. There's no other way. Yeah, Nan topless. Yes.
I think in the episodes that I revisited, the biggest impression I got was that I hated Inori so much more than I remembered.
Oh, she's terrible.
She's a train wreck of a character. She's an idol, but she's also fighting for the resistance as well. Spoilers. She's fighting for the resistance as well, and I don't know. She's also deeply in love with main character for no reason at all.
But has no personality, no thoughts. Is very, very sort of unoffensive waifu.
She's a Rei Ayanami clone, really.
Yeah. Yes. The way they set up Shu in this chapter is very much antisocial, doesn't know what he's doing. And
chapter? I think you're a bit used to talking about manga there.
What did I say?
You said in this chapter.
Oh, sorry, in this episode, yeah. With the setup as just being antisocial and not knowing what to do, that's an interesting way to take this character.
Mm.
But as we'll see, either later this scene or later this episode, he doesn't stay like this. It just switches around so quickly.
You're the lead singer for my favourite idol group.
Remember that Yes, remember this. She is instantly recognisable as a famous idol because when she turns up in their school later, no one's got any clue who the fuck she is.
She's just being weird and cryptic towards him.
Yeah.
Please take this friendship bracelet I made you.
Take this cat's cradle of, I think, impending foreshadowing flashback. And boobs. This cat's cradle of boobs.
Boobs. Definitely looking at it.
Oh my god, these boobs are giving me horrible flashbacks.
Do you want the power to stop them?
No, this is the utter bullshit bit, because she literally jumps off this this railing into the middle of the guys with guns. There were stairs you could have run down.
Oh, I can still recognise bits of the soundtrack.
That's still such a dumb name.
Funeral parlour. Thanks for accompanying your violence against the main female lead with appropriate boob jiggles.
Yeah. I don't want to complain too heavily about stuff that I know is coming up later, because at the moment this isn't a bad setup.
Yeah.
It's like you have this pathetic main characters and like this speech here.
No shit.
It's not that I let a girl get kidnapped by the horrible fascist government. It's that no, I can't get laid if I can't protect one girl from soldiers.
Also, Jesus Christ, you have pigtails from the train. She'd probably, she'd probably be up for something.
Well, at this point, the Shu's so antisocial. He probably doesn't like. At the moment, Shu's so antisocial that he probably doesn't even consider it. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. I do like the robot, though. I remember it being really fun and sassy. And this is also decent character motivation.
Yeah.
The idea that
trying to get some self-worth.
Yeah. And this is one of the reasons why I hate Guilty Crown, in that it has the possibility to be good.
I think, yeah. I feel like that was the director's intention, to make some new sort of anime epic that, kind of defines the culture in the same way that stuff like Ava and Gias did.
And he just didn't understand how to write that sort of story. Because he essentially wanted to do Code Geass with a sympathetic underdog protagonist, and didn't realize that you need a tragic figure to do that sort of story. And my God, he tries. Also,
I hate the word genome, because every time it got brought up during GCSE biology, my mind would just go to Gurren Lagann. I just wouldn't be able to concentrate on my work.
I think my favourite thing in this is we're going to blindfold you and then hold a knife to your cheek without actually touching you, so you don't actually know there's a knife there. Also,
second.
I do love the amount of words we use, so we don't have to use kill because we think we're special.
No worries.
The other thing is that I can essentially match most scenes in this directly to a better scene in Code Geass, which is really bugs me.
Sorry, I had to drop out for a second there.
No problem. I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
When in doubt, just talk to yourself. The rice cooker.
I love that it's just like, hello, shady man with whose hands in his pockets and walking up to me threatening. You'll be my friend, right? No, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. This is...
Oh, yeah.
I had forgotten that. I just remembered how utterly bullshit, how stupid this introduction is.
Hey, it's blonde Bishonen Batman.
It's pretty Blondie. Okay, this is why this is a good idea that they executed terribly.
Okay,
He's
why?
beating the shit out of all these people with about 6 snipers trained on them.
Wait, are there snipers trained on them?
I think they either show them earlier or later.
Does he know that the snipers are there?
Yes, they are his snipers.
Oh, they're his, right?
Yes.
Well, they don't know they're there.
But which means that he only went down to beat the shit out of them because he wanted to beat them up.
Oh, this lass. Hello, Miss Tsundere. God. You abandoned my idle plaything.
Essentially. Still, up until this point, this still makes sense. Yeah, so this is the Clovis's invasion of the slums in Code Geass. It was much more effective when they actually did a sort of near silent shot by shot of it in Code Geass. Wait, when the fuck did he get there?
I don't know. I guess they were in the same place.
Okay, so the last words they shared was that you abandoned the girl and sort of like me demolishing you. Then it's instantly, I trust you with the most precious thing in this entire world.
I mean, is there anyone else in the position to do it, or
like the guy could have walked over, could have got over that mech and said, "Hey, give me that now."
I think the idea is that he was obstructed, but okay.
They didn't show it well enough. And my other problem,
the orgasm.
It's the fairy tale problem of anytime a man is in pain, it looks horrific. Anytime a woman is in pain in those things, they are climaxing.
Yes.
Also, another time she should be dead. But okay, and now he's an action badass. See?
You know how in the first episode of or the second episode of My Hero Academia, where even when he's running in, he still looks scared shitless.
Yes, where it's believable. I love that without this bullshit power, his plan was literally just like, I've got you. Oh shit, what do I do now?
Oh, we're in Oz from Summer Wars.
I also don't particularly like whenever they do the CG effects on this.
I quite like them. I think they look pretty sleek and aesthetically pleasing. You can use me!
This is the other thing in the, essentially...
What?
Phrasing
yeah, that's
much?
equally
They could still be talking about his erection here.
Oh, we're getting to the Sawano drop. Here it comes.
They keep implying it's the cat's cradle, but I do just think it's her boobs that give him flashbacks.
And there it is! Ah, the drop. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
This is another bit, apart from the climax, I don't particularly mind, because when I was watching this the first time, I just assumed, oh, okay, he's...
Oh, that shot is so gorgeous. The spinning... Oh, sorry, this whole sequence just gets me.
It's not bad.
Tetsuro Araki can direct hype. He's good at... That's his thing.
It's okay. I think it falls down in a number of places, which are essentially shown here. Also, how the fuck did Guy get there?
I do not know.
Yeah. Also the fact that he has a moment of badass, has a moment of, I don't know what I'm doing, oh, I'm badass again.
I think that's just him not being used to his power. I don't know.
Thing is, the way I rationalize him being badass is that he's got a subdued personality, like this, the one that jumps off a massive rock and slices a thing in half, that knows what to do and takes over in these situations. But when it keeps flip-flopping back between them, it just feels like they're not sure what his character is, and I don't know what Chu's character is. And I've watched this is the third time I'm watching these opening episodes.
Oh, yeah. The ending sequence is quite pretty as well. It's, Supercell. Same person who does the, I think the singer does the voice of Inori, so that's why it sounds so similar to her singing. Obviously, we're watching dubbed, so it's a little weird. They just go to a completely different voice when she's properly singing a song.
When she speaks, if at all. The other thing I got annoyed, I know I get annoyed about and will get annoyed about in the future, is that the complete lack of use of the female cast in this. In that, in Code Geass, you had C2, who was awesome, and you had Callan, who was awesome, and both of them were around quite a lot. And in this one, Inori has no personality. She is a wallflower of the most annoying order. And Wheelchair Girl doesn't show up enough. Unless she's in the Mac.
I think ISA is the least of an offender, but it is a recurring problem, yeah.
Yeah. No, third time through, this episode did not annoy me as much as it did in previous ones. Most, I found a lot of it underwhelming.
It's just kind of generic. It's generic. It's generic with a lot of gloss.
And considering what if you've seen both, you have to compare it to. If you're comparing that ending to the first instance of Yes, Your Majesty in Code Geass, there is no comparison.
Such an iconic scene.
It's when it's just because you take a character who doesn't quite know what to do with their life, and you give them power, and they instantly change into I want to see where this goes, because this will either be awesome or I want to see the train wreck.